Hello, I'm back. Tabletop Organization, another lean update, and this is the first in a few weeks because I have had the school holidays with my kids and it's been absolutely amazing. I've been working about 2 days a week throughout the summer, which has been lots of fun, but in terms of work, extremely hard work, especially considering that the business has gone absolutely mental and I've been selling roughly about double what I did last Christmas. So it's an all-time high in a time when I've got the least amount of time. So one thing that I decided that was going to have to go just to survive was the lean videos. But I have managed to keep up the 3S'ing every day, although I must admit it slipped some days and I was maybe every other day, but certainly no worse than every other day, and I've kept the improvements going, which is better. Interestingly, there's also been a bit of a sort of Darwinist survival of the fittest to my processes, and a lot of the quickest ways out of necessity have risen to the top. And one of them is this thing that you can see behind me. These are all my orders, and what I used to do is, say if I had 30 sets of dials going out that week, I would set a morning aside, make 30 sets of dials. What I do now is I print the day's orders and pin them up on this kind of faux Kanban board behind me, and I make everything for that day in advance, and if I beat the day, complete that say by midday, then I print out the orders for the next day and I attack it sequentially. So it might mean I make 2 sets of dials one day and then 15 the next, but that's fine because what I've found is that I would be making all the dials, say all 30 sets on a Monday, and then working at 11 o'clock at night to get sets of measuring sticks and arrows done, which is complete madness. So this really improved my flow. But anyway, that's a bit of an overview of the last week. It's been really intense, but great developmental point from a business point of view. It's been really good sales-wise, and it's improved my processes, so got to be thankful for that. But I'll show you a few odds and ends of clips of things that I did manage to record throughout the summer. Little simple improvement here, a 3D printed scraper holder and pen holder, because when I'm using these things in my little finishing station, which of course has got the bin and all my various things inside it, I put them down and lose them, so now I don't do that anymore. So obviously I one-piece flow a lot of the manual finishing that I do, assembly products, packing, things like that. It's not something I've been doing on the laser toolpath, so I'm trying to change some of my programs to do just that. So what I used to do was cut all the middles, imagine those little rectangles there, and it'd do that for everything. There was a time over the summer where it cut all of the rectangles, lost its position, and then overcut the outside shape across the whole sheet, scraps an entire sheet. So at least this way now, the worst that's going to happen is I'm going to scrap 1 out of the 5 products on a sheet instead of 5 out of the 5 products on a sheet. This is another simple improvement. So I've got the colours so it alternates to reduce heat into the bed, but there's also some production notes on the side. I'm going to start doing that more and more because I'm moving away from using the control to using the computer, because it gives me lots more flexibility. I can tweak programs as I go, get the best out of the machine. This nightmare is where I keep all my packing materials, and it's an absolute mess, so we're going to hopefully sort that out, put some shelving under here. This is definitely an improvement. Got a lot of the stuff off the floor, but a long way to go. Tripods need to be mounted, and I've still got insufficient plastic storage, so whether that turns into another one of these hour packaging units, I don't know. Games, which are, after all, the thing that I make all my products for, are a bit of a mess, but at least now I've got all my packaging materials mounted on this underbench shelf, and they're organised by type and frequency of use, so that is a big improvement and something that will save me a lot of frustration. In my business I make products for tabletop miniatures games, boards and card games, and as such I've got quite a lot of them myself, so I'm trying to organise them at the moment, and all my products have come from scratching my own itch. So I think that this display case system, which I import the boxes and I'm making some conversion kits so that they've got inner shelves, I think this is going to turn into a product at some point. But this is going to be a big improvement. It's going to get lots of shoe boxes and random bits of what are ultimately quite expensive and delicate models organised and hopefully develop into a new product. And I've been doing the same here for some card storage for the X-Wing miniatures game, although that is a copyrighted symbol, so this is strictly for my own use. But the concept of using these boxes to store components is quite novel and something I'm going to investigate. And this is another example of scratching my own itch. Sorting out deployment on tabletop miniatures games is a complete nightmare, so this is a bunch of accessories designed to make that easy, and this is definitely going to be a product. It's the same size as a poker card, so many of the cards that are used in these tabletop miniatures games. It's a really nice little pack, and in there are all the various gauges, markers for marking out deployment zones, and centre marks and things like that. So that's going to be something that's going to be going on in time for Christmas. It's a great size, and another way of applying lean to my product line, in effect, because this makes setting up the games and enjoying them that bit easier and more enjoyable. And in addition to the little deployment kit, I've got another couple of products which are going to be coming online ready for Christmas, so I'm really excited about these. I've been selling the measuring kits for a long time now, but it's been impractical for various reasons to do it with the magnetic hard shell case. I finally got a screen printing process that I can trust, so this is now viable. That's a really nice set, and I'm going to start doing a half set, so it's going to be photography time for that. And these are the screen printed. Let's have a look at the difference between them. So an 8 and an 8, so that's my old process, and the new process is way crisper, and critically I don't have any laser etching to do on it, so I can produce it in a quarter of the time, so that's pretty exciting. And if you're any doubt as to what these are glorified rulers basically. So when you've got your tabletop miniatures, Malifaux model that I painted, look at that. I am a sado, I know that, but you like what you like. Hinamatsu wants to move a distance of 2 inches. It's basically just a ruler, but it's way more convenient than using tape measures, which is what most people do. So it's nice to be able to apply these lean principles to the world of gaming, because there's a lot of components, a lot of faff, and loads of opportunities to streamline them, which means you spend more time enjoying the game and less time with the minutiae of tape measures and tokens and things like that. So there we have it. That's my big update. I'll try and be more regular now the craziness of summer has gone. So thanks for watching.